Want to make a statement without saying a word? Right now, any order $20 or more at Petty Merch gets you a free OK Boomer t-shirt with code BOOMER, or get 15% off your first order with code UNCOVERED. Remember, promo codes can't be stacked and each code can only be used once. Make your move and do it with style. Listen, life's messy. Sometimes you just need someone to break it down for you. Cope Notes delivers bite-sized mental health tips straight to your phone. Right now, you can get 10% off any subscription with code UNCOVERED at checkout. Tiny notes, big impact. I trust it, and you should too. Love the podcast? Take it to the next level. Watch exclusive video content, behind-the-scenes footage, and more at youtube.com/@brutallyhumanuncovered. Subscribe and see the story in full color. Sometimes the visuals tell a whole different story. If true crime keeps you up at night, you've got to check out Crime Junkies with Ashley Flowers. She's a Hoosier native just like me, and she brings that classic Midwestern true crime storytelling ability. Fast-paced, chilling, and expertly told. Perfect for your next binge. Do like I do, and listen to Crime Junkies every night before bed. Welcome back to another Uncovered Investigates podcast exclusive episode, where today we take a look at two chilling disappearances that happened 3 years apart, yet share eerily similar circumstances. First, we're heading to Vermont in 2004 with the disappearance of Brianna Maitland, a 17-year-old whose last night would become a haunting mystery. Then across the country, 3 years earlier, Leah Roberts set out on a cross-country trip in 2001 and never reached her destination. Her car found wrecked and abandoned in Washington state. Both cases involve abandoned vehicles, evidence left behind, and lives that vanished without a trace. And to this day, both remain unsolved. By the end of this episode, we'll go through the known facts, the strange similarities, and the theories. Some official, some less explored, and some that might make your skin crawl.
Wilshire Unit, City, Wilshire Unit 211, GTA just occurred, 3921 Wilshire Boulevard, 3921 Wilshire Boulevard, incident 329, any Wilshire Unit, code 2 high.
Brianna Maitland was a 17-year-old high school student living in Montgomery, Vermont. On the evening of March 19, 2004, Brianna finished her shift at the Black Lantern Inn. She was last seen leaving work around 10:30 p.m. The next morning, March 20th, her 1985 Oldsmobile sedan 88 Royale was found lodged into the foundation of an abandoned house locally known as Dutchburn House, just a mile from where she worked. Witnesses reported the car's headlights were on and the turn signal was flashing, suggesting the vehicle had been left there very recently. Inside the car, investigators found Brianna's paychecks, loose change, and a water bottle. An unsmoked cigarette was outside the vehicle. A piece of plywood that had covered a window of the house was on the car's trunk. All of this indicated something unusual, and likely foul play had occurred. Brianna's car had been backed into the abandoned house, a detail that baffled investigators for years. No forced entry, no signs of struggle, and yet Brianna had simply vanished. Local police followed up on dozens of leads, some pointing to possible encounters with strangers, others involving local criminal activity, but no arrests were ever made. In 2024, on the 20th anniversary of her disappearance, the FBI announced a $40,000 reward for information leading to a resolution, emphasizing this case remains very much active. Brianna Maitland's disappearance still raises questions. Who might have been involved that night? Why was her car found in such a peculiar position? And most chillingly, why did she simply vanish without a trace?
I need your expertise on it. That's correct.
Next, we'll travel 3 years back in time, across the country to 2001, where a young woman named Leah Roberts sets out on a cross-country trip and would meet an equally mysterious fate. Leah Roberts was 24 years old when she left her home in North Carolina in late 2000, embarking on a cross-country road trip with no definite plan, just the open road ahead. Friends described her as adventurous and independent, a young woman ready to explore life beyond her familiar surroundings. Her journey, however, would end in mystery. Leah's Subaru was discovered wrecked in a ravine near I-5 in Washington state, far from her planned route, abandoned with personal belongings still inside. The vehicle showed signs of a crash, damage consistent with rolling down the embankment, but no conclusive evidence of foul play was ever found at the scene. Investigators noted several troubling details. Leah's wallet and identification were missing, raising the question of whether she left voluntarily or was forced to flee the scene. Witnesses reported seeing a woman matching her description in the Seattle area days after the crash, but none of these sightings were confirmed. The terrain surrounding the crash site was remote and rugged, making it plausible she could have gotten lost, or worse, met someone who meant her harm. Despite extensive investigations and follow-up on tips, Leah Roberts remains missing to this day, leaving friends, family, and investigators with only questions. What's particularly chilling about Leah's case is how it parallels Brianna Maitland's disappearance, even though they occurred on opposite sides of the country. Both young women vanished seemingly without a trace. Both left their vehicles in unusual circumstances. Both cases remain open decades later, with authorities and loved ones searching for answers. Next, we'll explore the major theories behind each disappearance and consider what might have really happened to Brianna Maitland and Leah Roberts, connecting the dots between these two unsolved mysteries.
I need your expertise on it. That's correct.
Now that we've walked through the disappearances of Brianna Maitland and Leah Roberts, it's time to explore the theories, what might have happened, and why these cases remain unsolved. We'll start with Brianna Maitland. Number 1. Some investigators believe Brianna may have encountered someone she knew, or even a local criminal with tendencies that night. The abandoned Dutchburn house and the unusual placement of her car suggest intentional staging, not an accident. Number 2. Another theory is that Brianna had some sort of accidental injury or encounter, and someone tried to conceal it. The fact that her personal items remained in the car could indicate panic or a hurried effort to hide evidence. Number 3. Here's a theory that's worth considering. And I want to be clear, this is speculation based on context, not confirmed fact. Brianna worked at the Black Lantern Inn, a local hotel. It is possible that someone staying at the inn that night or someone who knew her schedule took advantage of the opportunity. The timing fits. She left work around 10:30 p.m. The abandoned house and staged car suggests the abductor knew how to handle the scene carefully. Someone who observed her routines could have planned an encounter, and the familiarity might explain the lack of forced entry at the Dutchburn house. After reviewing witness statements, car placement, and local reports, it seems plausible that Brianna was abducted by someone she knew or someone familiar with her routine, whether a local or potentially a hotel guest. The fact that her car was backed into an abandoned building with personal items left behind points towards intentional human intervention rather than random accident or voluntary disappearance. Now, let's get into Leah Roberts. Number 1. Leah may have survived her Subaru crash only to succumb to exposure or injury in a remote area. The rugged terrain and harsh winter weather make this a plausible theory. That brings us to number 2. Another possibility is that Leah encountered someone who intended to harm her, either during or after the crash. Her missing wallet and ID plus unconfirmed sightings hint at possible abduction or interference. Number 3. Some believe Leah may have intentionally vanished to start a new life, perhaps following personal or emotional stress. While the crash complicates this theory, it's not entirely impossible. Given the car crash, terrain, and missing personal items, the foul play theory holds significant weight. Leah may have been abducted after the crash, either opportunistically or by someone monitoring the area. The unconfirmed sightings add a haunting layer of uncertainty. She could have been alive for days after the incident, leaving a trace for someone to notice. What's striking about these two cases, separated by geography and time, is how similar they are. Young women, abandoned vehicles, evidence left behind, and no clear resolution. Both disappearances remain unsolved. Both haunt the communities they left behind. And both are reminders of how easily people, and the system meant to protect them, can fail.
I need your expertise on it. That's correct.
As we wrap up today's Uncovered Investigates podcast exclusive, let's take a moment to reflect on the disappearances of Brianna Maitland and Leah Roberts. Two young women separated by geography and time, whose lives were abruptly stolen from the world. Two abandoned vehicles, puzzling evidence, and a mystery that has haunted families, friends, and investigators for decades. The chilling similarities between these two cases remind us that disappearances are never just statistics. Behind every cold case is a life, a family, and a community left with questions that remain unanswered. So if you or someone you know has information about either of these cases, please contact the FBI tip line at 1-800-CALL-FBI, the Vermont State Police at 802-483-2500 for Brianna Maitland, the Washington State Patrol at 360-704-2700 for Leah Roberts. Even the smallest lead could make a difference. Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying curious and for valuing the truth behind these unsolved cases. This has been another Uncovered Investigates podcast exclusive. And remember, every piece of the puzzle matters.